You tell yourself this time it's going to be very different, and you start out really strong and then crash miserably. Have you wondered why it keeps happening to you and how you're unable to stop this pattern? No matter how strong you want to be and how consistent you want to follow the system, but it just becomes harder and harder, and every time you just break down and you're unable to go back to that discipline area. What if it's not your fault? What if you have this all figured out wrong? We have made this discipline into a really complicated thing. Instead of things happening organically slow, we have come up with a brain idea where we think discipline requires a huge willpower. You need to keep yourself motivated and you have to really do this in a hard way. What if that concept is actually not true? What if discipline was very easy? What if it comes effortlessly to you? Will you be able to stick with it? To be honest, discipline doesn't really demand this much. It's just us overthinking everything, overanalyzing everything, and we confuse ourselves thinking that it requires a huge sacrifice, that it is going to be painful, and it is just not a fun experience. Obviously, as a human being, we are wired to do things that are only easy, that is only fun, not something that is difficult, and that does require a lot of motivation and willpower. So let's just think this discipline in a very different way. Remember, it's not you. It's the way that we've been taught about discipline, and once you shift that thought, everything shifts. Discipline comes easy when these three things are in place. First, you have to know what you're working towards. Second, it needs to be really simple. Third, it needs to fit into your natural life effortlessly. Point number one, you know exactly what you're working towards. So let's say, for an example, I'm on an agenda to lose 10 pounds and I am not looking forward to crashing diets and then, all this complicated stuff that I hear on internet, like wake up at 5 a.m., workout, like none of those stuff. It needs to be really simple and I need to know what exact goals am I working on. So in my case, I know all I want to do is become strong. I'm in my 40s, so I have to watch out for my protein intake and I want to develop that high energy, stay fit, and that way my energy is really high. So to keep going with my energy, all I have to do is choose a strength training. That is what I choose for me. I didn't want to do any of this cardio workout, all this dance, Zumba, martial arts. I didn't want any of this. All I am laser focused for my health this time is just strength training, and that is all I'm going to do. And I'm going to not try anything that is very popular or that is trending and then stick with the strength training. And I'm not going to lift huge weights. I'm going to start with something very simple and I'm going to make sure that it fits into my life effortlessly. Point number 2, keep it really simple. That way it's impossible for you to miss out. Let's say with my first point, I figured out what I exactly want to focus on, which is my strength training. Now it's been 3 months since I've been doing the strength training and I've been going Monday to Friday. Some days I do skip Wednesdays if I do have an intense workout, and your body does require that downtime. So when my muscles are aching, I do give it rest. So it is highly recommended you do 2 days strength training. Weekends are never easy for me, so I don't keep it complicated. That's what I mean by saying keep it simple. I'm just going to figure out only Monday to Friday, and Saturday, Sunday, I can just have fun with my family. The most important is the third point. Make sure it fits into your lifestyle effortlessly. I don't plan to wake up at 5 a.m. and then run to the gym, come back home, cook, and then get my kids ready and then rush to my work. That is just not going to be a consistent lifestyle for me. So what I figured out is I'm going to effortlessly put it into my everyday life, which means when I wake up, I finish my cooking, I send my kids to school, my husband leaves to work, and then I am straight away hitting my gym, and after that I take a shower and I go to my work straight. This way my workout is already integrated into my work life. I just don't do anything crazy like in the evening when my energy is completely drained, or just wake up at 5 a.m. and then run to the gym. I don't think I'll get a proper sleep. All I have in my brain is to wake up, which is not my regular schedule. So just doing an hour before me going into my workplace has worked really wonders for me, and I really enjoy doing this. And since I get it done as a first thing in the morning, the whole day my energy stays so good and my body is already pumped up and I can feel the energy, and I really feel very much accomplished because I've done that whatever I've promised. This way you are not messing up the system. A lot of people miss a really important point. Focus on your consistency, not on your results. I've also done that in my past, where I have stressed looking at the weighing machine, and then the weighing machine doesn't move, but I've been going to gym, I just don't see anything. But then I stopped looking at the weighing machine and then I noticed my body, and I've started to see my body tone up, my skin getting clearer, my energy up, and whatever, like I promised, Monday to Friday, I started to showing up. I started to focus on the person I was becoming than focusing on the person I want to become. A lot of people also end up doing too many things when it comes to like the discipline activity. So don't do all of that. Just pick only one. Master that for the next 3 months, like strength training that I'm working on. Or it could be like, say you want to like read books and then just start with like 2 pages a day, and then you will start going from 10 pages to 20 pages, and then you will finish a chapter. Do not rush the process. And let's say you forget 2 days because you've been tired. Obviously we all have real life, and there are good days and bad days, and then there are real life days. So we do all understand that it is not going to be 100% all in, but it's okay. Like if you fail that particular day, don't see it as a failure. Just think it as like a step down, but then keep going. That is the only thing that gets you to the person where you want to be. You can just achieve anything in your life if you promise yourself to be consistent. And when you're consistent, the results are guaranteed. I have stopped becoming a person who tries, and I have now an identity that says I'm not that person anymore. I am a person who promises things and gets it done. And that is how a discipline should integrate into your life. It should not be a very difficult process. Do not punish yourself with crash diets. Do not punish yourself with like staying all night and work hard. Just pick one simple habit. Make it really simple. Know exactly what you're working on, and then make sure it fits into your daily lifestyle effortlessly. Don't do anything crazy out of your work schedule or in your lifestyle. Otherwise, it becomes really difficult and it'll become really hard. So let's say and stick with this discipline. It's really easy. It's really fun. Let's go for it. If you are someone who wants to improve their discipline, leave a discipline in the comment area and let's talk about it, and let's hold each other accountable and let's work on it. And I promise you, I'll be a great accountability partner.